And thanks for staying with us here, just about 10:30 on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Jane Monreal, where we are giving you the live news on a not only local level around the Carolinas, but state, national, and international news. Of course, 20 years ago today, Hurricane Katrina caused so much death, destruction, and decimation. We are not just reminded of the human toll it took along those states, including New Orleans and Gulfport, Mississippi, but it also took a toll on thousands of pets and animals that were left behind during the evacuation. So right now we are joined by Cesar Perea, the Associate Vice President of Rescue at the American Humane Society. Cesar, your organization played a crucial role in what became the largest animal rescue. Take us back to 20 years ago today. What was that like?
Well, the teams were able to deploy. The American Humane at the time was the Red Star animal rescue team. They were able to go in and work with partners, agency partners in the animal rescue part of it, and be able to set up a sheltering location. The Lamar Dixon Expo Center became one of the largest evacuation sites so far in U.S. history. So the American Humane was able to not only provide rescue in the field, in floodwaters, what also for the sheltering site in order to care for these animals that were evacuated. Some of them unfortunately left behind, and were able to provide food, shelter, and care for these animals until they were eventually reunited with their owners.
Amazing. I mean, and we're talking like another generation ago, where people are now knowing it as part of their history class, and the volunteer hours it took to rescue 5,000 animals. Share some of the rescue stories that happened over the 6 weeks then.
I mean, there are so many. It is just hard to think of specific stories of these evacuations that took place, and the rescue was just so massive. I have to say that the stories that really come to mind that really are impactful are people that lost everything, lost their homes, were separated from their families, including their pets, and eventually being able to be reunited and know that their pets were okay, and were able to reunite them with their pets because they were at the evacuation center. And those reunifications, and just seeing people that are just so relieved knowing that their pets survived, and that although they had lost everything, they'd lost their homes, all their belongings, to know that their pets were still there, which were members of their families, is just something that's really heartfelt, and always, it's always a great feeling working in the rescue environment. It's always something that you want to see, and something that American Humane strives for, is that the human animal bond is just so strong, and being able to be part of that is something that's just remarkable for not only myself personally, but also for the organization.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and really, Katrina changed how the country responds to disasters involving animals, doesn't it? What specifically changed over the years?
What has really changed, and when we talk about disaster response, especially in the animal world, it's always pre-Katrina and post-Katrina, because that's how monumental, that's how impactful this event was for disaster response, especially in the animal world. What's really changed is that the federal government, FEMA, and local, state agencies are incentivized, and sometimes required to provide contingency plans for animal rescue and animal response. What we were seeing in Katrina, and I'm sure everyone, all your viewers have seen these videos of people on their rooftops waiting for someone to come rescue them, a lot of times spending days, if not weeks, hoping for rescue. And when rescue finally came, either the Coast Guard or whoever it was providing these rescues would come down to try to rescue these people, and they would tell them, you have to leave your pet behind. And a lot of people said, sorry, I'm not leaving my pet. Like I'm staying here. So I think that was one of the biggest parts that changed how we respond to these, is understanding that human animal bond and knowing, people are not going to leave their pets behind, and that puts more human lives in danger. So what's really changed is the response and the people involved in these responses understanding that, and knowing that it's critical for us to create contingency plans and rescue plans for people's pets, because it does affect human lives, people refusing to respond. So I think the big part of what really changed this event, or what changes came from this event, is providing those plans, those contingency plans for pets, and understanding that, that human animal bond is just so great that people are willing to risk their lives to save their pets or family members, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, Cesar, it's hurricane season right now, right? So, with an evacuation or a contingency plan, what are some of the other most critical things that pet owners should be considering right now?
One of the biggest things that people should really have in their mind is understanding that you may not have rescue people coming to save you right away. In a large scale disaster like Katrina, it could be several days or weeks before someone comes to rescue you. Of course, American Humane will be out there in the disaster and doing the best with our partners to rescue people's pets. But that may not come for several days or several weeks. So I think it's important for people to understand that you need to have things in place to survive for, I'd say, at a minimum 2 weeks. And that means food, water, for yourself, for your family, not only for humans, but also for your pets. You need to make sure you have enough medications, food, shelter, make sure your animals are crate trained. You have crates available. Your tags for your dogs are up to date with up to date phone numbers. Your microchip is, if your animals should be microchipped, and those microchip information from the company that provided that should be up to date, names and phone numbers available. So if you do get separated and someone scans your pet, they can quickly get you on the phone and get your pet back to you, because that's our goal at American Humane when we go out and rescue, is we want to reunite you with your pets. And, if you end up at a Red Cross shelter or some type of evacuation site, it's really important that we get your pets back to you, because that's where your pets need to be. They need to be with you under your care, not only so you could provide the care that you need and that your pets need, but also for your emotional state. It's really devastating, and to be separated from your pet could just make things worse.
Cesar, here in the Carolinas, of course, Charlotte, we're in this interesting area because we definitely keep an eye on hurricane season as well as wildfire season. Your organization, American Humane Society, also conducting rescues through all kinds of natural disasters. Is there a difference in not only preparing for different types of natural disasters when it comes to, our pets and our furry friends? And is there a difference in the rescue approach?
There absolutely is a big difference. I live in Southern California, in Los Angeles, so I'm always prepared for fires. Fires are a little bit different in that there is some predictability as to which way the fire is moving, and you do get an opportunity to prepare a little bit more, and be able to evacuate and know where you need to evacuate. Same things with the hurricanes. When they come on shore, you do have some time to prepare for that, and the preparations are very similar, but some small changes in between. For instance, in hurricane area, you want to make sure your pets are able to get away from anything that may come to them. For instance, they shouldn't be tied to a tree or to a fixed object. Their pets, your dogs need to be able to get away from that. In some states, there's laws against not having your dogs tied during an event like that. So you need to make sure you're prepared and you move them with you, where they'll be able to get away from whatever danger is coming. Same thing with fires. You want to make sure livestock, horses, your dogs are able to not be confined in an area if the fire comes through. So you need to make sure you move your animals well ahead of these. Other disasters like earthquakes, unfortunately, especially in California, you're not going to get any type of heads up on when this disaster is going to strike. So you just have to, assume that 24/7 that something could happen, and you need to be prepared for it and have all these plans in place with your family and with your pets, understanding that disaster could strike at any moment, and you really need to have something in place so you can be able to respond to that the best that you can. As far as the rescue team with American Humane, we do train for these different types of disasters. We do fire training, and we prepare to being in a fire type environment. There's high levels of training that you have to go through in order to be able to be behind a fire line and respond to evacuating animals in a dangerous situation like that. Same thing with hurricanes. We do water safety, whether it's slack water or swift water safety training. We go out on john boats and are able to do rescues in floodwaters. So floodwaters, fires, different types of environments, totally different types of safety issues that you need to consider. So yes, the rescue team does do specific training for all these types of disasters. Do we do confined space training for earthquake type situations? We do rope training. If there's ever a situation where we need to, rappel or climb up or down some type of steep environment where we need to get to animals. So yes, we do prepare for all types of disasters that may happen.
All right, Cesar Perea, thank you for joining us this morning from California. I know you're 3 hours behind, but as we remember Katrina, it is a great reminder and the lessons learned about rescuing our pets. Thank you for the information and advice there at American Humane Society. Appreciate you.